Yo YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today, as you can see, we're going to be going over the golden chips. We're going to put them on a tier list from S to D. I'm pretty sure we're going to be using up all the letters because in my opinion there are some chips that are absolutely trash and there are some chips that are way too fucking powerful. But let's get right into the video. Alright, so for the first chip we're going to go with the Frenzy. So the effect for this chip is using a tactical skill increases your true critical hit by 10.9% for 15 seconds. There's a cooldown of 25 seconds and the stats give skill strength plus 130. So this chip is a build chip. Either you're trying to go for a critical hit build, or if you're a healer, maybe you just want this chip. I don't fucking know, but skill strength for 130, I would definitely get the purple one instead. It's way cheaper and you can upgrade it way faster. But if you want a gold chip and if you're going for a critical build, then this chip is alright, but in my opinion I think this chip deserves to go in a B. Alright, next on the list we got increased concentration. Do I even have to say anything for this chip? Effect: hitting a weak point increases your base damage by 16 goddamn percent for 3.5 seconds. There's a cooldown of basically 0.5. Why is there even a cooldown when you're just gonna say 0.5? Stat damage plus fucking 60. Jesus Christ. Okay, so basically if you hit a headshot, it increases your base damage by 16 fucking percent for 3 seconds. Cooldown 0 seconds. So basically there's no cooldown. So if you hit any headshot, your base damage increases for 16, and then so once you hit a headshot you can actually shoot a body part and it's for 3 whole seconds. It's still gonna do 16% more damage, which is fucking insane, and the stat damage is 60 anyway. So this chip, it's a fucking S tier, but it's expensive as shit too, so keep that in mind. Alright, we got absolute suppression. Now this is a chip I actually have. To be honest, it's a okay chip. Basically, effect: when a critical hit is landed on the enemy, they are dealt bleeding damage equal to 160% skill strength and 106% level growth bonus per second for 3 seconds. The cooldown is fucking long of 12 fucking seconds. Stat: critical hit plus 4.1%. You can, so if you upgrade this to level 2, the critical hit goes up, the level the skill strength and the level growth bonus also goes up. But the thing that I want the most is the cooldown to be lowered, but it doesn't get lowered for level 2, so it makes no fucking sense. I don't know what happens at level 3, but I'm not gonna find out because this shit is expensive. I paid 2 million gold for an okay chip basically. So if you're not going for a critical hit build, this chip, just don't go for it. It's not great unless you're going for a true critical hit build. I'm talking about like 60 to 70% critical hit if you're wanting to get this chip, because if you're anything lower than that, hitting a critical hit is almost impossible. And PvP, and PvE, it's okay because you know zombies don't have critical resistance, but it's not that great against mobs. It's only bosses anyway. So where does this chip deserve to go? I think it definitely deserves to go on a B. What the fuck, I already put it here somehow. Alright, another fucking OPS chip. We got increased tenacity. This one is probably even better than increased concentration just because you can hit any body part and your base damage increases. Okay, so the effect increases your base damage by 4.5% for each time you land a hit. That's so 4.5%, bruh, for 3.5 seconds each time you land a hit. And listen to this, effect can stack up to 3 fucking times and has a cooldown of 1 second. Bro, this game is literally fucking with us. Why do they gotta say 1 second or 0.5 seconds? Just say it's no cooldown. What the fuck? 1 second is basically nothing. The stat damage gives you 60 plus, again, OP as shit. And I've seen pay to win have this chip, the increased tenacity with the increased concentration. So what the actual fuck? Their base damage is probably like 40 plus. That's fucking insane to me. But effect, the 4.5% stacks up to 3 times, so that's like 12 or 13. I'm not doing math right now, but That's a lot. And this chip is just too fucking powerful. It definitely deserves to go on an S tier, but again, keep in mind this chip is expensive as fuck. Alright, so it turns out this video seems to be pretty darn fucking long. I don't know if you guys want to watch the whole thing, but for this video I'm just gonna go over all the weapon use. So we're basically at the last chip, the armor explosion. It's gonna be the last chip, since there's only 5 chips, golden chips at least, that you can install on your gun, and you can install 2 golden chips for weapons. Yeah, weapons. So 1 gold chip for your main weapon and 1 for your heavy, so that's 2 out of 5. So that's fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie, they need more weapon chips that are cheaper, because I'm not fucking paying another 2 million for another chip. All right, armor explosion, let's get into it. All right, so the effect for the armor explosion, you deal an additional 15.1% armor damage, and your target cannot recover armor for 15 seconds, bro. Golly. Stat skill strength is 130. Now, I haven't used this chip myself because it doesn't tell you a cooldown time, but I'm definitely sure the recovery armor thing, it's not like every single shot you hit. It's definitely has a cooldown for, I don't know, something. But the additional 15% armor damage, that does not have a cooldown. You just shoot and you're getting 15% armor damage. It's fucking insane, I'm telling you. And this stat skill strength is 130, so I would definitely recommend this with the different chip, like an absolute suppression. Now of course you can go with any other chip, but I'm just telling you the cheapest one, because fucking now armor explosion can sometimes be pretty darn cheap, and if you save them enough, maybe you'll actually get this. I would definitely recommend this over absolute suppression first though. Get this chip and then maybe go for the absolute suppression, because skill strength matters on an absolute suppression. If you the more skill strength you have, the more bleeding damage the absolute suppression does. So you can stack these chips and it's gonna be fucking OP. But this chip I think definitely deserves to go on an A tier, because it's good like that, man. It's not that expensive as these motherfucking 2 up here. Increased concentration and increased tenacity. That shit is overpriced as fuck. I would never buy that in my life because your boy kind of broke. All right, so this is our tier list. If you guys have critiques on this, leave a comment down below. So the 2 chips up here are the most expensive. I could never afford, but if you're rich like that, go right ahead. Armor explosion, this is probably the best chip you could invest in, especially it being around 60 to 80k at the moment. Frenzy, it's a build chip. Absolute suppression, another build chip. So these 2 B tier. But yeah, this is my weapon golden chip tier list. All right, again, I was gonna do all the chips, but this video seems so fucking long, so I'm just gonna keep the weapons for this video. And if you guys want to see the armor, the armor golden chips shit, there is actually 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. There's like 4 more chips than the weapon golden chips. So if you guys want to see a video on that, just leave a comment down below. But basically, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any critique on this, leave a comment down below. I really want to know. But as always, have a great day, have a great night, have a great evening, wherever the fuck you are. I fucking love you guys. Peace out.